this video is about Ye by D-Generosity. I can't lie, the last Kanye album, Vultures, I didn't really like. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Cause Kanye's he's not a good rapper anymore. I don't like that. Like he's phoning it in. He's just there for I guess he's just there for vibes. Like I don't know. Like come on, man. Vibes and for like the features to shine, but it's also like, come on, man. I don't care. I don't care about the features. I care about Kanye, bro. I care about Kanye. He ain't really saying nothing no more. He's not really rapping good no more. He be off beat now. Like, come on, man. You getting outshined by Rich the Kid. That man's trash. That man been trash. I don't care what people say. Oh, he had a good verse. That man garbage. Rich the Kid is ass.
My parents, for some reason, they look and sound different.
It's Henry Danger.
Like Kim and Kanye.
Yeah, that's Kim Kardashian and Kanye West.
Hi, Charlotte.
Exactly. Come on, man. Come on. Walt Disney. Facts.
We know I can't say that.
Oh yeah, I even talk about like the Jewish stuff. Like he's still exactly, like he's still on that, yo. Give it up, my brother. Like what are you doing? Like he's still to this day keeps on talking about Jewish people in that way, in that like come on, bro. I mean, we know what it is. Especially after that Alex Jones interview, like, bro, I know what it is. But for your career, bro, can you just stop for a minute? Like, come on, man. You in this spot because of that.
We just sold out the United Center in 7 minutes. And I just wanted to express to everybody out there to see if it's anyone that can help with this. It's the only arena that I had access to in the past year. And when I call, people say there's no avails for me. And you know why that is.
This is Kanye West.
It's weird.
Rapper, fashion designer, billionaire, a public figure that doesn't need any
Billionaire?
introduction
Come on,
at this
man.
point. But in case if you haven't heard of music before, let me introduce you a little bit. Kanye West is an acclaimed rap musician, started in the late 90s, producing tracks for people like D. Dot and Foxy Brown. Then later on in the year 2000, he started to work with Jay-Z's label, Rockefeller Nation, signing with them as a producer, producing for Zedd and other label artists. But Ye was looking at the bigger picture. During this time, he was going around trying to get signed as a rapper.
This scene was crazy to me. He played that classic in front of her, and she just, come on,
labels
bro.
ain't take him seriously because he ain't
brother.
portray a gangster image in his raps. So nobody trying to sign him. But Rock ain't trying to lose him, so they signed him as a rapper instead. Kanye then starts to work on his debut album, The College Dropout. Gets into a car accident, makes a song about it. It becomes a hit when he drops the album. Then he makes Jesus, and then the rest is history.
Facts.
Was that informative? That was so half-assed. I don't know. I got all that from Wikipedia. Kanye West is famous because he released some albums that made people go, woo! And released some clothes that made people go, woo! And said some things that made people go, ugh.
Facts.
While some other people reacted like, woo! Kanye is a difficult person to understand, and he's even more difficult to relate to. Like his fans, which I have the displeasure to being one of them. And if you're new here, hello, hi, I go by D. And if you look through some older videos, I got this man's meat in my mouth. But I haven't made a video for quite some time. 2 years, damn! And a lot has been done and said by this man since that time off. He's released a new album. He's released a new wife. And he has said some things that have
That happened 2 years ago? Dang. He has a swastika post. Come on, my brother. Cause you're doing this. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro?
Other than these two kind of people. And I have thoughts and opinions on these like any other person. But I wanted to wait until like, new music dropped. I thought like him saying all these things was just gonna be like a passing thing, I didn't want to be like, trendy on the top. And I feel like I've grown more. I have one ball in my stomach instead of two. So I will have a better, more mature adult opinion on Kanye now. So in this video, I wanted to talk about my thoughts and understandings of Kanye's most popular statements. And also his new music, of course. And how his statements have affected his old, new, and future music. And how I feel about being a Kanye fan still. And I've told you, I've grown more, bro. I've grown. And as long as I'm not talking about these albums, then look
at those classics. Look at those classics, man. Look at those classics. Vultures, I feel like Vultures is one of his worst albums. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's above Jesus is King, but it's not over Donda. It's not over I mean, it's only part 1. It's only part 1. You're not getting part 2 or 3 yet.
Now, Kanye has stated many things within the past recent times as of late. He has said he loves his family.
Better than Graduation.
He said he loves
like
God. And he said he loves food, man. He's just relatable.
Facts.
But he's also spread his love to some less
exactly.
deserving. And I thought that was a little weird, you know. Out of everybody who's ever lived, you gotta say him. This ain't Quiplash. You ain't gotta say the most controversial answer to get more votes on your side. But he's Christian, you know. Maybe he's in that everyone is someone to love, I have no enemies type beat, you know. I've seen
lies. He hates the paparazzi, bro. He hates them more than Nazis. He been saying that, brother. He been said that.
Damn, these niggas got me. I hate these niggas more than a Nazi.
Before peeps, I know. He's just trying to have a pure heart and
I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going, oh yeah, the original. This what started it all. But he ain't lose nothing. He just got bad press for that. He ain't lose Adidas yet. He ain't lose that until he was like, I could be. Until he was like, I could be.
He said, I can say anti-Semitic things, and Adidas can't drop me. Now what? Adidas dropped that nigga immediately.
Research on them. I remember the media having a field day with Kanye because of this. Bro was saying stuff that should never leave the game chat. He ain't never said nor done something as egregious before. So as a Kanye fan, I was stressing. People kept pointing, saying this your mans, and all I could say is, not even Kanye fans were able to conduct a BS claim like he ain't mean it like that. He meant that.
We just kept on spamming. He made Graduation. Stop playing, man.
African Hitler guy, yeah. Nah, all we had was Graduation. He made Graduation. And for most fans,
okay, so
that
he
was
know.
More than a good enough
we in tune.
But not as
we
much
know.
For me, because I'm used to Ye saying crazy stuff, but not this crazy. Like, I love Adam Sandler movies. I can't have him disrespect another GOAT like that. Plus, doing all this, combined with all that teasing for Donda 2 to never officially drop, a little annoying. And with me thinking all this, I still bump all his past music. Nothing had me stumped of that. I still thought it was goated. Just maybe some lyrics aren't as relatable anymore. I just wanted him to be and what I didn't want was his new
not like he's dead serious about that.
He's
dead serious about
music,
that.
You know?
1000%.
That would be bad.
He don't love
Plus,
everybody.
He since watched 21 Jump Street and no longer hates Jewish people and released an apology. But
then he's still saying,
and you know how internet
still saying stuff afterwards though. It's not like he stopped after the apology. He ain't stopped after the first tweet. He ain't stopped after the interview. He's still doing it, bro. It's not. He's never stopping with that. He wear that on his chest.
Apologies always get forgiven no matter what. Maybe we can all move on past this bad episode.
Going.
So now he's dropped Vultures after a million listening parties and a trilogy for the album being announced that may or most likely not happen.
There's nothing.
The album actually dropped and the internet reacted. They went nuts. Every comment section in TikTok I've seen was, oh, this is album of the year. This is awesome.
Album of the year?
Kanye released this decade. I would bend over for you. Bro, critics were like, which made Kanye stands ride even harder. Like, I've never seen something so critically and audientially split since, well, most modern day MCU movies. But put aside these opinions, what do I, modern day Nostradamus to the modern world, feels about the album?
What is your opinion? Me, I'm like, it's alright.
I thought it was alright.
Exactly.
Let me start with this.
It's
I
not
think the
album of the
production
year.
on this album is great. Almost every song on here delivers an instrumental to write home about. Back to Me, the drums on that track are just Kanye in the back of Peg going makes me feel I'm walking inside a scene in a nightclub directed by Sam Levinson in a good way. And Problematic's instrumental is just wow. And I can say this for almost every track. In my opinion, the production goes past both J.I.K. and overall Donda.
It's not a bad thing.
I love the production in this album. Now, unfortunately, I have to move on to the lyrics.
Exactly. That's when it gets terrible. That's when it gets like, yo, come on, yo. Come on, somebody heard you all beat. You like, probably it's fine.
Like I said, I love Problematic's instrumental. It's beautiful. But the lyrics on that is like...
When I was 15, my soulmate wasn't born yet. What?
Keep a few Jews on staff now. I'm Ye Kelly, bitch. I'm Bill Cosby, bitch. I'm Puff Daddy Rich. That's me too, rich. When I was 15, my soulmate wasn't born yet.
Like,
I'm not racist.
come on.
It's a preference. Slow down, you on your way to an overdose. Pussy's text getting way too emotional. That shit goes hard. What am I talking about? And his verse on Back to Me, I have to admit, it's at least funnily bad, but I cannot say the rest on the other bad lyrics. And when he's not talking about his controversies, he's talking about status, women, God, you know, some normal Kanye topics. Yeah. But Kanye, for me at least, on these songs sounds a little half-baked. Like, he's not really trying lyric-wise. I feel like he has the mindset that he's proved what he's proved and said what he said. Yeah. And he's so big at this point, everyone will listen anyway. Not saying that's what he's really thinking, but it feels like that. Because Kanye is always having like an infectious flow, catchy, showing so much charisma and personality. Even when the lyrics are goofy, now they're quotable for the wrong reason. And as much as I would love to believe this Reddit post saying there's deeper meaning to the Alvin and the Chipmunk lyrics,
in the book by Isaiah.
And even though these lyrics are pretty they rarely completely ruin the song for me. Like on Fuck Something. The song still goes hard. And the features on this album go crazy. Freddie did his thing. Northwest did great. She definitely got Drake's kid running.
I did like Northwest verse. I did like her verse. I like
his
that.
Money
it's
and
fire.
Making X's kid sweat bullets for his release. Cause you know he eventually gonna do it too. Of course, Cardi.
Went stupid.
Cardi. If there's a heaven on earth, I've heard it. Cause him on Carnival combined with that godly instrumental.
Went dummy. Facts.
Chef's kiss.
Facts.
Oh, and Ty Dolla $ign was there too. So what do I think on everything?
He wasn't even that impressive. I ain't gonna lie. People like Ty Dolla $ign, the feature king. The feature king. I'm like, he alright. He did alright. Like, he wasn't no crazy. Cardi went stupid though.
Good songs and bad songs, and overall bad Kanye lyricism. Okay, I definitely love the production of this album, and it's definitely the main reason why I keep coming back to it. But the lyrics, or at least mostly Kanye's lyrics, have already aged badly on release. I don't know how replayable this album will be a year from now. Maybe even Jesus is King will be more replayable. I don't know. And when talking about trying to understand Kanye, I could discuss how Kanye's lyrics and statements can negatively affect the Jewish community, feeding the racist minds of bigots and the impressionable youth, with him repeatedly bringing up and low-key bragging about his anti-Semitic remarks and how terrible it is of him to do that. But check out this cool bump. Yeah, I love Kanye and I still love his music as a fan, but like I'm done defending him as a person. And in the case of Vultures 1, a musician too. I just hope he get better mentally, man. And also hire some ghostwriters for Vultures 2 and 3. And I'll still be a fan.
He had ghostwriters since the start, my brother. I mean, they're not ghostwriters. He credits everybody. And they still wasn't that good, man. Like, I don't know. I don't get how people have writers but don't have good lyrics.
But I don't think I'm gonna be standing no more, bro. Don't get me wrong, I'm still for separating art from the artist. I still apply that for Kanye. But when an artist puts their controversial thoughts in their music and bragging about it, like what Kanye does in King, the argument kinda fizzle out. It's too much work. Especially now, what am I defending? A few good beats and Cardi? I mean, I know that's all a man really needs, but come on, man. And don't get me wrong, I'm still ride or die. I literally went to the New York listening party, bro. No seats. I barely saw anything, but I still loved it. I'm still riding. It's just that I arrived at my stop, and I'm willing to get back on when Kanye finally gets his stuff together. Or if Vultures 2 and 3 so happen to be better than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That's the only reason. I'ma still stick my nose in his beans if he says something stupid again. That's just the part of me that can't mind his business. Everybody has that. Anyways, I've been yapping too much. 21 Savage's album is the best album of the year so far, and Yeat's album's also better. And in conclusion,
maybe.
Should I do like Carnival? Bend her over, having flashbacks, you're gonna eat me up like a carnivore. This is the way I pop my shit. The hoe's not ready. I'm going barnacle.
Can't lie, didn't really listen to the 21 album. I'm like, see that diverse of artists, I don't know, brother. I don't know. People ain't put in my face like this is good. His last album, they were like, this is good. I was like, okay, I'll give it a listen. It was good. They ain't do that for this one, so I'm like, I'm good, bro. I'm good. But Kanye don't have to make a better album than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Just make a better album than Life of Pablo. Just make another Life of Pablo. This is probably his worst album. I ain't gonna lie, it's probably his worst album. It's your bestie, Miss Westie, knows how to